This morning we are continuing to celebrate the Rockford Symphony Orchestra turning 90 years old, taking a closer look at a challenge that almost every symphony in the world struggles with, and that is diversifying the orchestra. As you see right here, when it comes to gender, the RSO is balanced, but when it comes to their musicians, less than 10% are from minority groups. And now we are taking a closer look at how the RSO is expanding diversity in the years to come.
I never really saw opportunities for myself or people like me in particularly the classical world.
Whether it's musicians, audience members, or staff, the Rockford Symphony Orchestra is on a mission of diversity, something that is a challenge for orchestras across the world.
It's really important that we as an organization are as accessible as possible and that we are cultivating diversity in the audience and on the stage as much as we can.
Javier works in the administration side of the RSO. His parents are from Mexico. Diversity is top of mind for him.
The symphonic world has had an uphill battle of battling the stereotype of who enjoys classical music and who plays classical music. So having that representation to encourage other people to join us is really important to us.
Starting with representation for our audience, with the RSO making a commitment to having a bilingual greeter at every performance and a Spanish translator at every youth concert for students visiting the RSO.
We've had multiple teachers comment to us how engaged their students were when they heard someone speaking to them in Spanish, their native language.
Not just for ethnicity or race, but also age.
We hear a lot from our patrons that they are concerned about our aging audience.
But people have been saying this for, 50 years. So, if this was true, audience will eventually vanish and then you wouldn't be replacing it. This is why we have our soloists go to schools, and a lot of them are really excited when they see the soloists coming and interacting with them, a few feet apart. And this, we're talking about world-class soloists.
But I had heard studies saying that about 3% of the public is interested in classical music. It's just the general public. One of the disadvantages we have is we have a tendency to focus on music that was written by white men.
So what are they doing to raise that percentage? One way is by incorporating unique concerts with movie themes or references in pop culture.
That's going to suddenly reach a larger, diverse group of people that normally wouldn't come to hear maybe Mozart or Haydn or that sort of thing.
Audience aside, how is the RSO aiming to diversify the very people who are bringing music to our ears?
You come to an orchestra and you have a blind audition for spots in the orchestra. You don't really know who's behind the screen when you accept people, which is a big part of diversity.
Meet Azusa. She moved from Japan to the US in 2008. Being a violinist for the Rockford Symphony Orchestra was her first job, playing since 2010.
I think it will be more diverse because in general music industry, classical music industry is becoming a lot more diverse. So I think it just takes time.
In her time at the RSO, she has seen a gradual change in diversity.
If there are more diverse musicians in orchestra, I think people in minority community will relate to orchestra and music more.
Keeping musicians diverse all starts with age, with the RSO starting the Rockford Symphony Youth Orchestra in 1964.
Having a place, a safe haven, I think, for these kids to come together and be able to express themselves and not feel judged and to create something beautiful is really, I think, one of the amazing things about being in a musical ensemble.
Link has been the youth music director for the last 10 years, instructing students in middle school and high school, but never wants to let age or finances be the reason why a student can't follow their dreams in music.
We made a decision when I came on board that money is not going to be a reason why a student can't play in this youth orchestra, period.
The RSO has come a long way, and one step at a time, they're continuing to grow their audience, musicians, and staff, hoping to inspire generations for 90 more years to come.
I think the direction they're going in now is great. When people become educated when they're young, then there's that fire.
And I can't wait to see where it grows in the next years.
And another way the RSO is aiming for diversity is through supporting people from different financial backgrounds. Through their chamber series, their Share a Seat program, and their family rehearsals, audience members can still get the full orchestra experience at a discounted rate. For now, back over to you.